In the heart of Africa in the 16th century, a formidable force was born. This was a time of vast kingdoms, intricate politics, and a rich cultural tapestry that told tales of valor and wisdom. In the midst of this vibrant era, in the kingdom of Ndongo, present-day Angola, a young girl named Nzinga was born. She wasn't just any girl, but a princess, born into a lineage of warrior kings, a lineage that would shape her destiny in unimaginable ways. Life in the 16th century kingdom of Ndongo was not for the faint-hearted. It was a society defined by power struggles, territorial conflicts, and the looming shadow of foreign invaders. The Portuguese, with their insatiable thirst for new lands and resources, were slowly creeping into the heartland of Africa. For young Nzinga, this was the world she was born into, a world where survival meant understanding the complexities of power and diplomacy. Her father, Ngola Kiluanji, was the king of Ndongo, a wise and just ruler. He recognized the spark in his daughter, the fire that mirrored his own. He taught her the ways of leadership, of war and peace, of negotiation and strategy. Nzinga absorbed these lessons, her young mind molding into the shape of a future leader. Her mother, Kangala, was a woman of great spiritual strength. It was from her that Nzinga learned about the mystical traditions of her people, their ancestral wisdom, and their deep connection with the land. These lessons would later serve as her guiding light, leading her through the darkest periods of her reign. But amidst this nurturing environment, Nzinga also witnessed the harsh realities of her time. She saw her people being captured and sold into slavery by the Portuguese, their freedom stolen, their dignity trampled. These early experiences ignited a flame within Nzinga, a flame of resistance that would burn brightly in the years to come. Little did the world know this young girl would grow up to become a legendary queen, a queen whose name would echo through the corridors of time, a beacon of resistance and a symbol of African pride. But that, dear listeners, is a story for another time. Against all odds, Nzinga rose to power, defying the norms of her society. Born into a world where women were merely pawns in the hands of men, Nzinga was not destined for greatness, yet she carved her path. The circumstances that led to her ascension were as dramatic as they were unexpected. When her brother, the king, met an untimely death, Nzinga stepped forward to claim the throne of Ndongo. In a society where patriarchal norms were deeply ingrained, a woman taking the throne was a shock to the system. Yet Nzinga did not let this deter her. She knew the challenges that lay ahead and was ready to face them head-on. The kingdom was in turmoil, threatened by the Portuguese colonizers, and it needed a strong leader. Nzinga stepped up to the plate, using her wit, courage, and diplomatic skills to navigate through the stormy seas of leadership. She was not just a queen in title, but a queen in action. Her rule saw her people's lives improve, and she brought stability and prosperity to her kingdom. However, her journey was not without obstacles. As a female ruler, Nzinga faced constant disrespect and underestimation from her enemies and even some of her allies. She was constantly having to prove herself, to show that she was indeed capable of ruling, yet she never let these challenges dampen her spirit. Instead, she used them as fuel, as motivation to push even harder, to strive for greatness. She knew that every decision she made, every battle she won, was not just for her, but for all the women who would come after her. She was paving the way, showing them that they too could rise to power, could defy societal norms and expectations. Through her actions, Nzinga became more than just a ruler. She became a symbol, a beacon of hope and strength for all women. She showed that a woman could rule, could lead, could fight, and could win. And in doing so, she changed the course of history. Nzinga was not just a queen, she was a beacon of hope and strength. Nzinga's reign saw a dramatic shift, from a queen selling slaves to a warrior fighting off the Portuguese. In a world where power was wielded through the trade of human lives, Nzinga found herself at the helm. Yet there was a burning spark within her, a spark of humanity that could not be extinguished by the weight of a crown or the lure of wealth. The turn of the tide came not as a sudden wave, but as a gradual ebbing away of old habits and beliefs. Nzinga had always been known for her sharp intellect and strategic mind, qualities that served her well as she began to question the morality of slave trade. The realization dawned on her that the power gained through such inhumane practices was hollow, a mere illusion that bred violence and despair. Her decision to stop the slave trade was met with resistance, both within and outside her kingdom. But Nzinga was not a queen to be swayed by opposition. She stood firm, her resolve as unyielding as the African earth beneath her feet. It was a decision that marked the beginning of a new era, an era of defiance and resistance. Nzinga's decision to fight the Portuguese was not merely a political move. It was a statement, a message of resistance against the oppressive forces that sought to exploit her people. Armed with her wit and strategic prowess, she led her forces into battle after battle, each skirmish a testament to her indomitable spirit. She became a master of guerrilla warfare, leveraging the knowledge of her land and people to outmaneuver the Portuguese. Her strategies were not just about winning battles, they were about preserving the dignity and freedom of her people. She fought not for power but for the right to determine her own destiny and that of her kingdom. Nzinga, the queen, had become Nzinga, the warrior. She had transformed from a ruler who traded in human lives to a leader who fought for their freedom. It was a shift that would echo through the ages, a testament to her courage and conviction. And so, the tide turned, heralding a new dawn of resistance and resilience in the face of adversity. Nzinga was not just a queen or a warrior, she was a legend. A tale of courage and determination. Her life resonates with the spirit of resistance and the pursuit of freedom. Nzinga's bravery was legendary. Her audacious exploits during the war against the Portuguese are the stuff of folklore. When the Portuguese tried to enforce their dominance, she had the audacity to challenge them openly, using both military and diplomatic tactics. On one occasion, she held her ground in a negotiation with the Portuguese governor, refusing to sit on a mat on the floor as was customary, and instead ordered a servant to kneel on all fours, using him as her seat. This act of defiance sent a clear message: she was an equal, not an inferior. But Nzinga was not just brave, she was also incredibly intelligent. She was a master of political maneuvering, using alliances and treaties to her advantage. She would switch allegiances, form and break alliances, all in the pursuit of maintaining her kingdom's independence. Her ability to navigate the complex political landscape of the time was nothing short of remarkable. And let's not forget her leadership. Nzinga was known to lead her troops into battle, an unusual sight in those times. She commanded respect and loyalty from her soldiers and subjects alike. They admired her for her courage, respected her for her intelligence, and loved her for her commitment to their freedom. But Nzinga was also shrouded in myth and legend. Tales abound of her supernatural powers, of her ability to control animals, to disappear and reappear at will, to heal the sick. While these stories may be difficult to verify, they reflect the awe and respect she commanded from her people. Nzinga's life was a testament to her indomitable spirit. Her tales of valor continue to inspire, reminding us of the power of courage, intelligence, and leadership. She was not just a queen, she was a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance, a legend in her own right. Nzinga's reign ended, but her legacy lives on. An indomitable spirit, a fierce warrior, and a diplomatic genius, Queen Nzinga left an indelible mark on the history of Africa. Her reign, characterized by resistance against oppression and a relentless pursuit for her people's freedom, has reverberated through the annals of time, inspiring generations that followed. As the Queen of Ndongo and Matamba, Nzinga's rule was transformative. She led her kingdom with an iron fist and a compassionate heart. Her policies fostered economic growth, social development, and cultural enrichment. She strived to create an environment where her people could thrive, away from the clutches of the Portuguese. Today, her legacy is evident in the cultural fabric of Angola. Her tales of bravery, her diplomatic acumen, and her commitment to her people are part of folklore, shaping the national identity. Nzinga's legacy extends beyond the borders of her kingdom. She is regarded as a symbol of resistance against colonialism in Africa. Her refusal to bow to Portuguese pressure, her strategic alliances, and her tireless efforts to maintain the sovereignty of her kingdom are lessons in resilience and defiance. In the realm of modern African culture, Nzinga serves as a beacon of female empowerment. Her ascension to power in a patriarchal society, her leadership in the face of adversity, and her tenacious resistance against colonial powers are a testament to her strength and determination. She embodies the spirit of African womanhood, resilient, strong, and unyielding. In the global context, Nzinga's story is a powerful narrative of resistance against oppression. It is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to resist, endure, and ultimately, triumph. Her story continues to inspire millions around the world, influencing movements of resistance and liberation. The legacy of Queen Nzinga is not confined to the past. It is alive, shaping narratives, inspiring resistance, and fostering a sense of pride and identity. Her story is a testament to the power of resilience, the strength of conviction, and the indomitable spirit of freedom. Queen Nzinga, a symbol of resistance and resilience, continues to inspire millions around the world.